Most investors are chasing the next moonshot, but wealth is actually a structural calculation. Right now, the global economy is a meat grinder, where a 3.5% inflation rate acts as a silent tax. Keeping your money in cash feels safe, but it's an illusion. Your $100,000 today is mathematically projected to buy only $70,000 worth of value by 2036. That is a 29% loss in purchasing power. While retail traders treat Bitcoin like a speculative toy, Wall Street is cementing it. BlackRock's IBIT alone holds over $46 billion, signaling a multi-decade asset shift that most people are completely ignoring right now. Carrying a $10,000 credit card balance at 21% APR while hoping for an 8% market return is a catastrophic error. You are creating an invisible minus 13% annual wealth bleed that no investment can outrun. The manual savings trap is where you believe you'll remember to save. But behavioral friction is real. Most people miss at least 2 deposit cycles every year simply because of unexpected lifestyle splash or forgetfulness. You might think a 2% management fee is small, but you're unknowingly surrendering up to 15% of your total 10-year wealth to a fund manager. High-fee vehicles are the primary reason why retail portfolios underperform. Don't misinterpret the Federal Reserve's 3.5% rate stabilization as a sign to wait on the sidelines. This environment actually rewards debt-free capital deployment over revolving credit. The math favors those who have liquid reserves. Look at the S500. A 10% pullback happens every 1.2 years on average. It's not a crisis, it is a healthy, predictable part of the market's mechanical respiratory system. You must learn to breathe with it. We are seeing an equity risk premium compression. This penalizes companies with heavy debt loads and rewards liquid capital. If you don't have the reserves to capture yields above the 10-year treasury, you're falling behind. Market timing is a psychological trap. The fear of a 14-month bear market often prevents people from participating in a 60-month bull market. Historically, those bull cycles yield returns of 150%, dwarfing any temporary decline. Stop relying solely on income and start focusing on capital velocity. How fast your money moves from your payroll into your brokerage account is far more important for your net worth than the total amount earned. High-frequency trading is where wealth goes to die. Between fee friction and emotional exhaustion, you destroy the statistical advantage of a 4-to-1 bull-to-bear ratio. Success in the next decade requires fewer moves, not more. If you're overestimating short-term volatility in Ethereum, you're missing the bigger picture. Institutional custody providers now hold nearly $10 billion in total net assets. This isn't a bubble, it's the construction of a new financial layer. Lifestyle creep is the ultimate wealth killer. Every time your salary increases, it often gets absorbed by new debt. Declining credit line balances, not bigger houses, are the leading indicators of your future high net worth. Nominal numbers are vanity metrics. If you ignore the 1.3439 discount factor required for 10-year compounding inflation, you aren't calculating real purchasing power. You must focus on what your money can actually buy a decade from now. Diversification doesn't mean owning 50 different coins. True structural safety comes from a split between S500 stability, institutional crypto, and high-yield liquid reserves. Anything else is just gambling with a different name tag on it. I want you to understand that a 1% fee difference isn't just 1%. On a $500,000 portfolio, that tiny fraction results in a $133,000 difference in real purchasing power over a decade. Fees are wealth vampires. Wealthy people aren't just better at picking stocks. They are actually specialists at emotional immunity. They have structured their capital flows so that automation does the heavy lifting while they remain indifferent to daily market noise. When you see major rotations from high-fee vehicles like Grayscale into low-fee ETFs, don't view it as selling. It is a structural upgrade for the long-term holding phase. The market is maturing, and so should you. Recency bias makes a 14-month bear market feel like an eternity. This causes investors to liquidate at the exact moment they should be accumulating for the 60-month bull market. Don't let a temporary dip distract you. Social media amplifies get-rich-quick narratives, which is the direct enemy of wealth. To win the next 10 years, you must embrace the unhurried time choice philosophy. Exponential growth requires a 120-month calculation, not days. Panic usually stems from a lack of education. Statistics show that even after a 20% drop, a full market recovery happens within 14 to 24 months. Knowing the technical laws of the market turns fear into opportunity. Manual trading gives a dopamine hit that makes you feel in control, but it creates automation resistance. If you aren't clicking buy every month, you feel detached, yet detachment is exactly what your portfolio needs to thrive. The media wants you to fear Fed rate hikes. But a 3.75% range is actually a stabilization of the cost of capital. For debt-free investors, this is a baseline that makes future valuation models much more predictable. Most people lack the tools to visualize the dual hidden tax of fees and inflation. This makes it easy for predatory institutions to hide their cuts. You must learn to see the invisible drains on your capital. Loss aversion is twice as powerful as the joy of gain. This prevents you from holding through the 10% pullbacks that occur almost every year. To be rich, you must override this primal instinct with cold math. Human nature prioritizes immediate gratification or lifestyle splash over long-term results. But the calculation is simple. 120 months of compounded 8% returns will always beat the temporary high of a new car or a gadget. There is a widespread misunderstanding of debt suppression. Too many people treat high-interest credit as a monthly expense. In reality, it is a mathematical cancer that eats your capital velocity and kills your future net worth. To move beyond these illusions, we must stop guessing and start calculating. I'm going to show you the brutal mathematical proof of how $73,000 can vanish from your future through a simple 24-hour delay in action. Let's move beyond theory and examine the divergent paths of Alex and Jordan. I want to show you how microscopic differences in capital velocity create massive gaps in your actual real-world wealth. Both individuals earn a net monthly income of $10,000. Both believe they are disciplined, intending to invest 20% of their earnings into a standard S500 index fund. Alex implements what I call the sign of the 24-hour split. $2,000 is automatically swept into his brokerage account the moment his payroll clears, leaving zero room for behavioral friction. Jordan uses the manual transfer method. He intends to save the same $2,000 but waits until the end of the month to see what is left over after his lifestyle expenses. By month 3, Jordan experiences a lifestyle splash, an unplanned weekend trip. This delays his transfer by 30 days, causing him to miss a localized market dip that Alex automatically captured without thinking. By the end of year 1, the friction of manual transfers causes Jordan to miss 2 full deposits entirely. His effective monthly contribution drops from $2,000 down to only $1,600. Over a 120-month horizon, Alex's strict automation compounds his principal plus interest into a final portfolio value of $365,892. The math is undeniable. Jordan's manual friction results in the same 8% market return, but on a smaller capital base. By the end of the 10-year cycle, his portfolio totals only $292,000. Jordan's automation penalty is a staggering loss of over $73,000. This wealth evaporation was caused solely by a 24-hour delay in execution and the lack of a systematic sweep. Now, let's introduce the fee vampire case study involving a larger $500,000 retirement nest egg. This is where you see how fund managers quietly extract your potential 10-year growth. Scenario A involves an actively managed fund with a 2% annual fee. This reduces your gross 8% market return to a net nominal return of just 6% for you. Scenario B utilizes a low-fee automated ETF with a 0.05% expense ratio. This preserves nearly all of the 8% return, maintaining a net return of 7.95. After 10 years, the high-fee portfolio grows to $895,000. Meanwhile, your low-fee portfolio reaches a nominal value of over $1,074,000. The gap is massive. However, I must apply the inflation discount factor of 1.3439. We have to account for 3% compounding inflation that erodes your dollar's value over that decade. The real purchasing power of the high-fee portfolio drops to $666,000. This means the investor only gained $166,000 in real-world value over 10 years. My low-fee investor preserves a real purchasing power of nearly $800,000. This creates a $133,000 advantage in actual spending power relative to the high-fee alternative. When you combine the 2% fee and 3% inflation, the investor in scenario A has seen over $400,000 of their potential growth consumed by friction and erosion. These numbers prove that the 7 signs are not just psychological traits. They are structural defenses you build against the dual hidden tax of the modern financial system that bleeds uneducated investors. We see the factor of emotional immunity play out during the year 4 correction, where the S500 drops 10%. While most panic, you must observe how the two methods diverge. My automation-focused investor sees no change in their monthly split. They effectively dollar-cost average into the temporary market discount, mathematically purchasing more shares while the asset is on sale for the recovery. The manual investor, paralyzed by headlines of rate hikes and volatility, stops their contributions for 4 months. They miss the inevitable 5-month recovery period, permanently damaging their compounding curve through fear. Now add the velocity of high-interest debt. Jordan carries a $5,000 credit balance while trying to invest. This creates a net negative compounding effect that no traditional investment vehicle can ever outpace. The result is a capital leak. The interest you pay on debt cancels out the interest earned on your assets. This stalls your net worth growth entirely, trapping you in a cycle. This brings us to the law of capital velocity. The time between earning $1 and investing it is inversely proportional to your 10-year net worth. Speed is your most undervalued asset. Next is the law of fee erosion. Every 1% in management fees extracts 10% of your future wealth. It quietly steals the compounding power that belongs to your future self. Then we have the law of the bull-bear skew. Multi-year bull markets outlast bear markets 4-1. This structural reality rewards you for treating time, rather than timing, as your priority. Consider the law of debt reciprocity. High-interest debt is negative compounding. Its total eradication is the single most powerful leading indicator that you are destined for wealth in the next 10 years. Finally, remember the law of real purchasing power. Nominal growth is a vanity metric. Only inflation-adjusted value determines if you have truly escaped the 10-year trap that consumes most retail capital. Now that I've exposed the mathematical carnage of fees and inflation, we must pivot. We are moving from identifying the damage to implementing the economic escape formula to secure your future wealth. The first sign of your inevitable wealth is the 24-hour payday split. You must establish an automated recurring transfer that triggers the moment your payroll clears, effectively eliminating all behavioral friction. Your second indicator is the consistent decline of credit line balances. You should prioritize the total eradication of any debt exceeding 7% interest, treating it as a guaranteed return on capital. Third, you are transitioning your portfolio from high-fee actively managed funds into broad market ETFs. By capping your expense ratios under 0.1%, you technically prevent the slow erosion of your compounding. The fourth sign is your disciplined rotation into institutional-grade digital assets. Allocating a specific percentage to Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs provides a mathematical hedge against the inevitable 10-year depreciation of fiat currency. Fifth, you have adopted the unhurried time choice mindset. You no longer evaluate your success based on daily candles, but instead align your psychological period with the 60-month duration of historical bull markets. Sign 6 is your emotional immunity protocol. You now recognize that 10% market pullbacks occur every 14 months on average, meaning these corrections trigger automatic buying rather than emotional selling for you. Finally, you maintain a liquid capital reserve yielding at least 4%. This protects your cash flows and ensures your emergency fund does not fall victim to the silent 3% inflation erosion. I recommend following the 70-10-20 allocation rule. 70% in low-cost ETFs, 10% in institutional digital assets, and 20% in high-yield liquid reserves to capture any sudden downward market volatility. Your primary risk management ratio is simple. Never allow your high-interest debt-to-income ratio to exceed 0. That negative compounding effect is the #1 killer of wealth in the modern financial system. You must set your target annual return at the current inflation rate plus 5%. This specific benchmark ensures that you are actually gaining real-world purchasing power rather than just chasing nominal numbers. I want you to establish a frictionless audit every 6 months. This check ensures your automated transfers are still firing correctly and that no new subscription leakage is quietly draining your terminal capital. Use the S500 correction map to visualize your path. Remember that a 20% drop is merely a 14 to 24-month recovery window, not a permanent loss of your hard-earned capital reserves. You should adopt a debt-free capital deployment strategy by observing the Federal Reserve. Stabilized rates allow you to favor high-yield cash reserves over revolving credit lines, maximizing your current capital velocity. Implementation of a strict fee-capping policy is non-negotiable. You must refuse to pay more than $500 in annual fees for every $100,000 managed to protect your future compounding curve. You should always automate your dividend reinvestment, known as DRIP. This ensures that your 8% market return is fully maximized through continuous capital recycling, turning every cent back into a productive asset. When you receive an unexpected bonus or raise, apply a lifestyle splash cap. Spend only 10% of that increase and immediately sweep the remaining 90% into your automated 24-hour split. Monitor the velocity of your debt suppression monthly. If your credit balances are not trending towards 0, then your 10-year wealth plan is statistically failing, regardless of how much your investments grow. Leverage the multi-decade asset cementation by treating Bitcoin not as a speculative trade, but as a foundational layer. It is becoming an essential part of an institutional-grade balance sheet for the next decade. In 10 years, while others are lamenting the 30% loss of their fiat purchasing power, you will hold an inflation-adjusted fortress. You survived 8 minor corrections because you stayed consistent. The unhurried investor realizes that true wealth is actually built during the 14 months of a bear market. The 60 months of the bull market is simply when you harvest your rewards. Wealth is not a feeling of being lucky, it is the quiet, daily execution of the automation multiplier. It turns $2,000 into over $300,000 without a single manual effort. Your 2036 self will be defined by your emotional immunity to today's headlines. Your commitment to the structural laws of money movement is what separates you from the frustrated retail majority. Disciplined wealth accumulation is ultimately a game of reducing friction rather than increasing risk. The low-fee investor with an automated system will always outlast the high-frequency trader or the lucky gambler. By suppressing high-interest debt now, you are freeing up the velocity required to escape the gravity of global inflation. You are moving faster than the currency is losing its real-world value. Imagine a $1 million portfolio where you kept an extra $133,000 compared to your peers. That is the simple result of choosing a low-fee ETF over active management. These 7 signs are proof that your financial architect is mathematical and your strategy is institutional. When you follow these structural laws, your long-term success becomes a statistical inevitability rather than hope. 10 years from now, the purchasing power of your unhurried choices will be the ultimate measure. This is how you achieve freedom from the 10-year depreciation cycle that traps most people. Control your velocity, eliminate the friction, and commit to the 120-month calculation. That is how you ensure the math of wealth is finally working for you, instead of against you. Stay unhurried, stay automated, and stay disciplined. The 10-year clock starts now. But to truly maximize this velocity, you need to understand the hidden mechanics of institutional capital flow in the next cycle.